One of the main factors of Rangers' European success over the last couple of years has been this mega building behind me. Ibrox, usually not just the 12th man, but also the 13th, 14th, 15th man in some of the European games that we've seen here. But obviously, they won't be playing here for another at least couple of a month or two at least. We don't know a definitive date right now. But today they play a huge, crucial Champions League qualifier against Dynamo Kyiv. They drew last week in Poland. Dynamo Kyiv, for obvious reasons, aren't playing their European games in Ukraine at the moment, and for Rangers, they won't be playing at their home ground as well.
Luke, Joe.
Over from Northern Ireland for the game. Yeah, nice. How was the journey over?
Yeah, it was a bit bumpy, like, but that's
yeah. Oh, fair enough. The weather's not the best today, is it? And have you been to European nights at Ibrox before?
yeah.
But do you think it'll be a different prospect today, given it's at Hamden?
I'd say so, but they'll still be loud.
You think you should still beat them? Yeah, and what's the score going to be?
2-1 Rangers.
2-1.
2-0 Rangers.
Any of the new signings going to stand out, do you reckon?
Ooh, certainly.
Who's going to be the main man, do you reckon? Dessers, yeah, he scored at the weekend. Cherney maybe, if he can get a start as well.
Yeah.
But this isn't the first Dynamo that Rangers have ever faced. Here, check this out. Am I in the right place? Yes, I am. So their greatest achievement probably as a club, and what most people would be most proud of as Rangers fans, is the fact they have a European trophy to their name. The Cup Winners' Cup 1972 in Barcelona. Rangers 3, Dynamo Moscow, not Dynamo Kyiv, obviously, Dynamo Moscow. They beat them 3-2 in May of 1972. Top middle in the red, Rangers legend John Gregg with the only European trophy they've ever won in the bath, I think, at the new camp after beating Dynamo Moscow. Now, are there any genuine links between all the Dynamo clubs, or is it just a random sort of name, prefix, suffix, whatever, like we have in this country for some of our football clubs? The name Dynamo is actually taken from the Greek to mean power in motion. Dynamo or Dynamo, I'm not quite sure how we'd pronounce over here, I guess like both is fine, was a sports society created in 1923 by the powers that be in the Soviet Union. It was a society of multi-sports clubs created by the NKVD, which was the predecessor before World War II to what became the KGB, or the secret police. I'm sure you're well aware of Dynamo Moscow, who I've just mentioned, Dynamo Kyiv, who we'll be seeing today, Dynamo Tbilisi, Dynamo Minsk, and as you can see from all of their badges, they all hone like a very similar or the same D, and that was the symbol of all the Dynamo sports clubs within the Soviet era. Basically, everything was controlled by the government in the Soviet era in that part of the world, even down to the sports teams. But I guess the whole Dynamo sphere would have been under the control of the powers that be. Back when they were all like created, they all became kind of independent as the sort of Soviet era came to an end. And here is the venue for tonight's game. It's going to be weird watching Rangers play a home match here and not a neutral one, but like the sign says, welcome T Hamden. Hi there. Is the cafe open downstairs? Oh, it's not open today. Ah, right, okay, no worries. Cheers, thank you. I was hoping to do a bit of editing inside the Hamden Cafe. Nice little cafe, open to the public, just floor down from reception there. But yeah, it's closed today, I guess, because of the preparations for Rangers against Kyiv. So we'll try to see if the one at Lesser Hamden is open. I know there's sometimes a little cafe open in Queen's Park's official stadium. Right guys, so stumbled across you here today. Can you just explain what you're doing here at Lesser Hamden?
Yeah, so we're part of a charity called Aware Scotland, so we take out boys and girls with additional support needs or coming from socially deprived backgrounds on days out and respite trips. So for this season we've linked up with Queen's Park and Dunn's Food and Drinks. We've got a partnership with them, so we'll be going to a couple of games, Lesser Hamden, we'll be doing a training session with our boys and girls. Nice. And we'll meet some of the players. So
and
today,
so you two football fans then, it must be exciting for you. Who do you support?
Celtic.
And you?
Celtic and Queen's Park.
And Queen's Park, okay, nice. And this is a nice stadium, isn't it? What do you make of it?
Yeah.
Pitch looks good. Will you be training on this pitch?
what do you think, Cal?
Yeah.
Then we'll get a wee shot later on.
Yeah, I think we'll get him a football, score some goals. But obviously, your big rivals, Rangers, are playing today at Hamden Park. Yeah. Do you think they'll lose?
What do you think, Liam?
You think they'll lose? You think they'll lose? And what about yourself?
I think they might go through, to be honest.
No, lose.
And then hopefully the next round.
Because you're going to still have the Union of Bears, and you're going to have the majority of people singing the songs and behind the team, and I hope they are behind the team, because I will be behind the team. But you know, it's not Ibrox. You know, we want to go home.
And Ibrox is great even for a league game, obviously, but it's even more special on a European night, isn't it?
I mean, I've got, where I stand, I've got people all around me, all from different parts of the country and Ireland, and see the camaraderie and the banter, and you know.
And you're going to miss that here, right? You're not sat with them all, or anything
we
like
sat
that?
with them on Saturday.
Okay, but you won't be in the same position today. Who's the best player for Dynamo Kyiv?
Yarmolenko.
Yarmolenko.
Yes.
He's a legend.
He played in West Ham United.
Yep,
so
of course. Yeah. And who's your favourite player? Is it Yarmolenko?
Yeah.
And the biggest legend ever is Shevchenko?
Yes.
Of course.
Shevchenko is the biggest ever legend.
Bilanov.
Bilanov?
And if you remember, from 1991 till 1995, Mikhailichenko and Kuznetsov, our Dynamo Kyiv player, play for Rangers team.
So there's the connection there.
Yes. And 5 times Rangers was champions in these times.
We're at Hamden, as we can see. Do you think that'll affect the lads today, or will it be another classic European Rangers night?
Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be there. Bring on good strength and then hopefully get a good victory.
You think you'll be alright? In the game last week, finished 1-1 out in Poland. Do you think there's much between the teams?
No, I think bringing it back to Scotland will do us good.
Right, the amount of games that we've done here, Rangers games obviously in the past, cup finals, semi-finals, Scotland games, that kind of thing. We're always here to see either Scotland play or a 50-50 crowd. I've never obviously seen a team play at home here. Have I seen Queen's Park play here? I think, yes, I have, once last season or the season before. All the seasons kind of merge in my brain, but yeah, here we go inside of Hamden, the calm before the storm. I wonder how full it will be. I think there's still a couple of tickets left available online, so hoping for a sellout, if not near to sellout, and a good atmosphere. Andrew, we're back at Hamden. I've seen you here a lot for neutral games. It feels odd being here for a home game for Rangers, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was here on Saturday covering the game against Motherwell, and operationally it actually seemed to go okay. I know there's been so much talk in the build-up about, you know, how much of a shambles it was going to be, having to organise it all, and it being a bit of a logistical nightmare. Certainly from, you know, being here and experiencing it from a media perspective, it all seemed to go well. The fans were in here. I know some will have had maybe individual issues with where their tickets were or anything like that, but certainly from a viewer perspective, it all seemed to go okay. But I think tonight is a different beast. European football, the atmosphere will need to ramp up as well. So. But I think it's down to the Rangers players to try and inspire the crowd, and then they can get that response from them as well.
This is like the main story of today, obviously being at Hamden and stuff, but stadiums and things like that aside, how important is it for Rangers to get past this round, past the next one, and into the group stages of the Champions League?
Yeah, it's absolutely massive, because if they drop out of this round, they go straight into the Europa League group stages. If they drop out of the next round, they go into the Europa League group stages. But the big difference is about £4 or £5 million in prize money. Even if they get through this round and don't get through into the main group stages, it's still around £4 or £5 million worth of prize money.
Massive permutations in all the games.
It would be massive. So that could still have an impact on Philippe Clement's budget going into the rest of the season. But of course, from a financial perspective, Philippe Clement has said this summer that they need to sell before they can buy. Everyone knows that, you know, that there are those financial constraints there. If Rangers can get into the Champions League proper, Philippe Clement has said that will really accelerate the plan he's got for Rangers going forward. So it is absolutely massive, and with Celtic, of course, guaranteed that Champions League money again.
Edith's just signed pretty much as well.
For big money as well. You know, if Celtic are going to be able to pay what, 8.5 to 9.5 million for Adam Ida, Rangers won't be able to meet those fees at all. Celtic will be able to pull even further in front when it comes to the financial side of things, so it's vital Rangers get through to the Champions League group stages.
Right, we've got a bit of a different position to what I'm used to. Look, we're making our way up here. It does feel like I'm walking up the club deck at Ibrox a little bit, which is my usual go-to for the old European nights. But hang on, let's just have a little look out here, see if there's any Rangers fans. No, I can't really see many. Car park's filling up a little bit. How about around here? There's a few people starting to turn up, look. But yeah, we're sitting up a lot higher today than what we usually do here at Hamden. And as you can see, Union Bears behind there, where they usually are for Hampden games. But look at that, also known as the Celtic end. We have the Celtic end and the Rangers end at this stadium. Quite unique in that regard. We have the away section there, but look at that, big swathes of empty patches here at Hampden. Even over there, look. You do think that if this was at Ibrox, it would be 100% full, obviously. Now, I put a TikTok video out before this game started, and I mentioned in it, as I was talking, like just looking around Hampden, I was thinking, is this the second Champions League game that's been played here since the final in 2002? Has there been another Champions League game? Have there ever been any other situations with Celtic or Rangers where they've had to use this for a European game? Because was the last Champions League game that was played here the one where Zidane scored in the final in 2002? I guess it kind of must be, right? But yeah, it certainly doesn't have the feel of like some of the European home games that we've seen at Ibrox over the last few years. Can Rangers get the job done today? It's my first time seeing Robin Proper at centre-back. He's partnering John Suter. They were queuing up in the box there for Rangers. It just wouldn't fall for either Lawrence or Dessers. I think Jefte was in there at the back post there as well. Almost half an hour in here. Not too much to tell you about. What have you thought so far?
Pretty poor, to be honest.
Keep it a lot better. Keep it a lot better.
Yeah. What can they do different? I can see on the screen up there, Cherney's coming on.
That'll make a difference.
That is,
Because he's too young.
And how important is it to qualify just for the money alone? And what positions?
It's only one round we're going through here, isn't it? So none of that.
But generally, just to the group stage, like what positions? If you get the money, where would you want to strengthen?
Just the club in general, to be fair.
No,
Celtic's are
key positions right now. We need a number 6. We need a winger.
Yep.
We need a centre half probably.
And another striker.
And another striker.
So still like 3 or 4 away, you reckon?
At least 3 or 4
I
away,
think
definitely.
we're 3 or 4 first team players away to really
There's a bigger picture there, isn't there?
challenge.
Aye.
There's a red card. Jefte has been sent off. The fans around me are fuming. I think it's a second yellow for Jefte. He cannot believe it. I can't believe it. What a strange little incident. Andrew from Clyde 1 just along there has got a screen that he's looking at, and I've just been able to look at it back. I cannot believe the referee just sent him off that. He's jumped for a header. He's kind of connected with the other player's head with his arm, but it's not like an elbow or anything like that. Certainly not, in my opinion. A second yellow for then a red, right at the start of the second half as well. The refs just completely ruined this game. Rangers are now going to have to defend. Kyiv have been playing not very attacking football anyway, I wouldn't say. They've been slowing the game down a lot. I feel like this one's got 0-0 written all over it and penalties now. The ref has ruined the game. I cannot believe that. That is a shocking decision in my opinion. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. A red card for that. Football's deed, man. Kyiv are in. Oh, the fans were getting ready to celebrate, but it's gone wide. One left back's been sent off, another's been stretchered off. Not an ideal night for the left hand side for Rangers. Ridvan looks serious issue there.
Substitution for Rangers, here comes number 3, Ridvan. Placing him is number 26, Ben Davies.
As you can see, it is 1-0 to Dynamo Kyiv. Decent strike from the edge of the box. Near post. I have to watch it back to see if Butland could have done better, but The referee's ruined this game with that red card. I can't believe it. Shocking. Kyiv going forward again. It could be 2. It is 2. Just as I was about to tell you about the first goal, it's a mass exodus now. Can't see that. Oh, I was about to say how big the ramifications of this could be for the Scottish season if Rangers don't get to the Champions League group stage, don't have the money to compete with Celtic, who have got the money. This hasn't just ruined sort of this game for Rangers, it could have completely screwed their whole season, and thus even Philippe Clement's reign. I think that one decision that screwed this game over could completely also fuck over Clement and what he's trying to do this season. Wow, I can't believe the way this one's panned out. It was a fairly even game in the first half. Rangers probably had the better of it.
Substitution for Rangers, off comes number 11, Tom Lawrence.
2-0 to Kyiv. I've not even thought the coefficient as well. This could have ramifications on that and how many Scottish teams qualify for Europe in future. As Rangers go forward now, they've got a corner, but it's futile at this stage, isn't it? Look how empty it's getting now. This isn't how European nights usually are when we watch Rangers at home. It's usually a bounce and Ibrox with I'm Feeling It playing at the end, but that won't be the case tonight. The referee completely ruined that game for you, I feel like.
Yeah, no, the referee is shite.
What do you think of that decision to send off Jefte? It was mental.
That was terrible, man.
He's just jumped for the ball, like, I can't believe it.
That was shocking, man.
We'll start with the red card. Did you get any justification on the decision from the referee come full time?
No, I tried to, because I saw the images after, and yeah, it's clear you have in football, and we talked a lot about that, sometimes a grey zone. And because of that, VR is there and it helps football to make it more honest. But this decision had nothing to do with grey zone. It was really clear, there was nothing going on. Jefte just jumps higher, he doesn't move his arm is next to his body. So it's not a fall, it's nothing. And to lose a player that moment and to play with them. So I tried to understand the decision and to ask, let the referee stick to his opinion about it. It was for him a really clear foul and second yellow and red. So I think, I don't think I'm really confident that these bosses will have another idea.
We've obviously seen a lot of famous nights involving Rangers on this channel. It's what this channel was really like built on in the growth of it in that season where they got to the Europa League final. Obviously done a lot of other clubs as well in this country, but Rangers flying the flag in Europe has been such a huge part of my journey. But today that's probably got to be one of the worst, just all-round sort of games and atmospheres I think I've ever seen. Just not being 100% full, not being at Ibrox, boring first half, shocker of a decision in the start of the second. They dug in well to compete at least for a bit, but then, yeah, just couldn't in the end with 10 men overcome them, especially once Kyiv had scored. Then they scored a second. Big Phil was raging at the end. Tav seemed a bit dejected, obviously, in the press conference as well. But yeah, that's that. Rangers out of the Champions League this early. We're not even at the end of August yet. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Will they do all right in Europa League? Maybe. Will they do all right in the league? Will they be able to compete with Celtic? I don't know. But yeah, got to get home, edit this vlog. A huge thanks for all the support as usual, and goodbye.